Alright, I'm going to give a quick update for my fellow DirecTV subscribers that lost a Raycom channel. We lost NBC here in the Richmond area, but all over the country. People have lost all sorts of affiliates, CBS, Fox, and all that stuff. So, of course, Raycom saying switch providers to Comcast or some other provider, and I just assume stop watching channel or NBC or whatever. So, installed, if you can see up there, just a digital antenna. It was pretty easy to install. Actually, I used the bracket for the old dish that used to be mounted. If you ever changed from a HD dish to from an old dish or from the regular system to the Genie, you probably had extra cables here. So we were fortunate. We went from 4 cables down to 2, so I had 2 extra cables, so that left me with 1 spare and 1 cable that went into the basement, so we were lucky there. So alright, so then the 2 extra cables ran in here, and then you're probably going to want to get a booster to increase the signal strength, especially if you're going to plug multiple TVs in here. So if you had some guest rooms and things like that you wanted to hook up that you don't have cable or anything like that, now is your chance. So here's our splitter for adding, this is a booster to increase the signal, and then I'll move some of these that don't have DirecTV and they'll plug in here. And since this is the home theater, I had to add a receiver, a digital receiver, because the projector obviously doesn't have a tuner. So ordered this. This was $50, and the antenna was only $50. So that works pretty well. So right now you can see that I think we are on satellite. So if I switch over to auxiliary, which is the tuner, now we are on rabbit ears. And actually, what you don't realize is that DirecTV and cable and everybody condenses the signal, so you actually get a much sharper, equivalent to Blu-ray with your digital antenna, and it's a much better picture than you get with your DirecTV or with your cable. So I don't think you can tell with the phone. But there's DirecTV on channel 8, which is pretty good picture. And then there is the satellite, and there is the digital antenna. And you can see it's much brighter and much more vibrant. So there's another reason to do it. So if you're watching NFL games and stuff this Sunday, you'll have a much better picture with the rabbit ears. All right. So then if I go here back to my satellite program, here is channel 12, or our Raycom affiliate, and you see that would be NBC Nightly News. And we get this nice little message that just says, hey, sorry, no dice. But if I go to my auxiliary and you go to channel 12, which again is our NBC affiliate here with Raycom, you can see we actually have NBC. And then you get all sorts of crazy channel. Like here's non-stop 80s shows, 70s shows, Chips, which isn't on DirecTV. So then you get your PBS channels, and then some depending on how you aim your antenna, you can pick up the affiliates in the neighboring city. So if I turned it, I could probably pick up Charlottesville. Non-stop weather, you know, on the other HD channels and stuff like that. So just some additives that you don't get with your All right, and then when you get your antenna, you're going to need to know how to aim it. So I don't know if you can see this, but this is antennaweb.org, and so you just click here to start, and you type in your zip code. And my antenna is roof mounted, so I will just hit submit, and it'll bring up my area. And so like I wanted to get channel 12 here, and it shows you that you can just download a bit. I show you the app that I use, but I just downloaded a Compass app, but it can show you where your station is in relation to your house. If you just click on it and you want to be pointed at 130 degrees, and that's basically south, I'd say southeast from where my house is to the tower. It's about 16 miles away, and NBC was pretty far, so I had to get that's the one that was the hardest to bring in. But once you get that one aimed, then the other ones get pretty easy. And then from there you just kind of aim it, and voila, you have your signal. And might have to have a little trial and error, but once that's done, you are set to go, and you've got your stations. So just thought I'd share in case anybody else is in my predicament. Have a good weekend.